Carter is the newest engine on the island of Sodor. He was rescued from an old siding by Duck a few days earlier. Once he was restored, the Fat Controller assigned him to pull goods trains on the main line. Carter would tell his stories to the other engines in the shed, and everyone was impressed. Well, almost everyone.
Listen, Carter, there can only be room for one red engine in the shed, so why don't you find somewhere else to sleep?
James, Carter has been stuck on an overgrown siding for 50 years. The least you could do is be nice.
Henry's right, James. Nobody likes an arrogant engine. You're probably just jealous that the Fat Controller will replace you.
Now, Carter was only joking, but James kept thinking of the idea. The next day, the Fat Controller had asked Carter to take a goods train to the harbor.
Now, I heard you lot are troublesome, so I don't want any nonsense from you all.
This gave the trucks an idea. With one great heave, Carter pulled the heavy goods train out of the yard. The sun shone and the birds sang in the trees. Carter was making good time as he thundered along the line. His heavy wheels pounded the rails as he steamed along the tracks to the harbor. Carter passed by Murdoch, and even he was impressed. Carter arrived at the docks.
See? That wasn't so hard, was it?
But then, there was trouble.
Let's give him some nonsense.
And so, they gave him nonsense.
That wasn't funny!
The trucks laughed endlessly, but luckily, no one was hurt. As soon as the tide was high enough, Carter was lifted back onto the tracks. Unfortunately, James was helping with the breakdown train, and he burst into laughter.
Decided to pretend to be a big red whale now, did you?
Shut up, James! It was all thanks to these troublesome trucks!
Soon, Carter was taken away to the works to be mended. Within a few days, he was back on the tracks, but that's another story.